Hi and welcome to another session of accountancy with me Vishwanath sir for the 12th standard. We last were at comparative and common size statements and we shall continue from where we last left. In fact, we had finished off the comparative statements and now we are shifting our focus to common size statements. Okay, so first let us understand what is the meaning of the word common size statement, and again we'll have a balance sheet of the common size as well as we'll have the income statement or the profit and loss in the balance sheet. The common size balance sheet, it shows a personal relationship between the asset and the liability to the total assets and the total liability. So say for example there is share capital, the value of share capital is 4 lakhs and the total liabilities is 10 lakhs. So it will compare the share capital and the total liabilities and multiply it by 100. So you will come to know what is the percentage comparison. Now this comparative balance sheet for different periods helps us to find a particular thing which is known as a trend. Okay. Now these trends are in different items and it is prepared for different industries. So you come to know that which way the business is flowing. Now let us, before we go any further, let us understand what are the objectives of a common size balance sheet. Okay. First is always analyze. They'll analyze what is the change in the individual items of the balance sheet. So the first objective is to analyze the changes in the individual items of the balance sheet. Second, to see the trend of the different items. See the trend of the different items of assets, equity and liability. So how is it going? Has the value of the assets increased? Has the value of the equity increased? Has the value of the liabilities increased? Or have they decreased? Have they decreased? Have they decreased? Okay, so we come to know a particular trend. Thirdly, we can assess the financial soundness and understand the financial strategy. So how good a firm is and how productive it has been in this particular year and what its strategy is going to be in the future will all be taken into consideration. So repeating, what are the objectives of a common size balance sheet? Number one is to analyze the changes in the individual items in the balance sheet. Okay. Secondly, to see the trend of the different items like assets, liabilities and equity, whether they are going up or they are going down. And thirdly is to assess the financial soundness and understand the financial strategy. Okay. So these are the objectives of the common size balance sheet. Now let us see how do you prepare it. Now there will be different items which will be given. The first column, the items of the balance sheet will be written. In the second column there will be the note number. In the third column there will be the amounts, the first year amount. That is the previous year amount. Then in the fourth column there will be the current year figures. In the fifth, you will see what is the percentage relation in different items as compared to the total equity and liability and total assets. Okay, so we will take that into consideration. And sixth, you will take the items of the current year to the total liabilities and capital and the total assets as 100. We shall always take that base as 100. Okay, so let us go to one particular sum where we can analyze what has happened. So in this sum they have given you shareholders funds and they have given you 2 years. Always take the previous year first and take the current year next. They have also given you non-current liabilities, they have given you current liabilities, they have given you non-current assets and current assets. So what are you going to do? You are going to prepare a common size balance sheet. Okay. First, your equity and liabilities will come. In that, you will put shareholders funds. You will put shareholders funds. After that, you will put non-current liabilities, and then you will put current liabilities. Okay. So the figures are given to you as 12 lakhs, 6 lakhs and 2 lakhs for the first year. For the second year, it is given as 18 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 6 lakhs. So the total is 30 lakhs. The same goes to the assets. The first year, that is 31st of March 2019, they have given you the figures. Non-current assets are 14 lakhs and the current assets are 6 lakhs. While as in the next year, the amount is 21 lakhs is non-current assets and the current assets is 9 lakh. Okay, now what we do? Let's go to the shareholders funds. Okay, now before we go to the shareholders funds, we have the total of shareholders funds, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Add that up and in your percentage balance sheet write there as 100. You are comparing this with 100. Okay, now we shall take the shareholders funds of the current year, of the previous year, that is 12 lakhs. Okay, and we shall take the total 20 lakhs. So 20 lakhs is corresponding to 100. 12 lakhs how much? Or another simple way is 12 lakhs divided by the total liabilities, that is 20 lakhs. 12 lakhs divided by 20 lakhs multiplied by 100, that will be 60%. Then your non-current liabilities is 6 lakhs. So take non-current liabilities figures of the previous year divided by 20 lakhs, which is the total of the previous year. Okay, and multiplied by 100, you will get 30%. Then your current liabilities is 2 lakhs. So 2 lakhs divided by 20 lakhs multiplied by 100. Okay, so 2 lakhs divided by 20 lakhs multiplied by 100, you will get 10%. Okay, then you go to the second column. Okay, you can go to the second column and here we will take again the total. We will add up 18 lakhs, 6 lakhs and 6 lakhs, that is 30 lakhs. So we will always compare it to 30 lakhs. So it is 18 lakhs divided by 30 lakhs multiplied by 100, that is 60%. Then 6 lakhs divided by 30 lakhs, 30 lakhs is the total of the liabilities. Then take 6 lakhs divided by 30 lakhs multiplied by 100. So it is 20% and 20%. Okay, now let us go to the assets. Let's go to the assets of the previous year. The assets of the previous year, non-current asset is 14 lakhs and current asset is 6 lakhs. So the total of that is 20 lakhs and that is equal to the total liabilities, that is your shareholders funds, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Okay, it's equal to that. Now what you do is that take your non-current assets figure, that is 14 lakhs, divided by the total assets. Total assets is 20 lakhs. So 14 lakhs divided by 20 lakhs multiplied by 100. Okay, that will give you 70%. Okay, then we take up the current assets of the previous year, that is 6 lakhs upon 20 lakhs into 100. 6 lakhs upon 20 lakhs into 100. Okay, and you will get the figure of 30%. Okay, so we finish with this year. Now we go to the current year, that is 31st March 2020. Okay, we will take that into consideration. Fine. So here we will take 21 lakhs, which is the non-current assets, and we will divide it by 30 lakhs. So it is 21 lakhs divided by 30 lakhs multiplied by 100. Okay, so that will give you the figure of your it will give you the figure for your current for your non-current assets, that is 70%. Then we have got current assets, a total of which in the current year is 9 lakhs. Divide that by 30 lakhs. Divide that by 30 lakhs and multiplied by 100, you will get 30%. Okay, so a brief recap is always take the particular item divided by the total. If it's a liabilities, divided by the total liabilities. If it is assets, divided by the total assets, and put down the figure in the third and the fourth column. Okay, third and the fourth column. I am telling in terms of the figures. Otherwise, the first column is the particulars, the second column is the note number, the third column is basically the previous year figure, the fourth column is the current year's figure, and the fifth and the sixth is basically the percentage share of the balance sheet. Okay, so this is how you come to the whole thing, and this is how you will tackle with the common size balance sheet. So I advise you that you know the order, that is your shareholders funds, non-current liabilities and current liabilities, and in your assets you know that there is non-current assets and current assets. With this I end this particular session. This is Vishwanath sir signing off. Thank you so much.